first year in France, talk about what you learned this past season, not necessarily on the basketball court, but also off the basketball court. Because, I mean, it had to be an amazing learning experience just to get to live overseas and play basketball professionally for a full season.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great experience, going over there, especially, going through the process of with the NBA and stuff like that. But I learned from, it's all about a business. It's all about timing and, being at the right position at the right time. And then, I made a decision to go to Paris, play over there in France. It was a great experience. Very different, very, very different. Language is different. They dress different. One thing I didn't see in a while was snow. So that was a good thing. So I didn't see snow ever since I left college my junior year. But off the court, it was just a great experience, going to sightsee, going to museums, just seeing just different things and learning a new culture.
What were some of the places that you saw and some of the things you saw you thought, maybe I'll never get to see these in my lifetime, but you actually got that opportunity this year?
The place is called the Louvre, with Mona Lisa, big museum, one of the biggest museums ever seen. All the cultures, seen Napoleon, all the statues and stuff like that. I mean, that was one thing that would amaze me going there. Just such a big old museum, all that history in there and all the ancestors from back then, how they used to live and raise, and that was very interesting. That was something I would love to see again, but hopefully, see it in the future.
Talk about your team. Tell me where you played and what league it was, and just kind of, because not a lot of people know a lot about Euro basketball. So just give me like the basics of what your season was like.
It was a good season. I mean, of course, it was like kind of up and down because then again, there, I was a rookie again. I felt like I was a freshman all year in college, so you had to prove yourself. It was a exciting season. Especially playing with a great group of guys. I had a teammate, Dave Lighty, Jaquel Foster, who played at Ohio State, and we had 5 foreigners. So it was a great experience. Came in and played real hard and. We didn't make the playoffs, but we got in the French Cup and we made championship. We made history and we won that championship. That was pretty good.
Yeah, Nanterre. Pronounce that for me.
Nanterre.
Nanterre.
Yeah.
First French Cup championship. So what does it mean to be part of a team? I mean, you kind of take your winning ways over there, and a team that had never won on that level. What was it like to get them to that next step?
It felt pretty good because throughout the whole season it was up and down. Everybody was still trying to find their niche. It was a long season. And, and it was good. We won that game. We finally made it. We made history. They've been in the French Cup championship for these last couple of years and never won it, and they finally won it. So it was a great experience, and it felt good for winning them and making them history. That lets you know you can take your game anywhere you want in this world and be successful.
What was it like outside of basketball? I mean, was it because from what I read, I mean, you're a little bit outside of Paris, but you still got that Paris type experience.
We just learned, how they Greek people, how they normally say to each other, like, ça va, bonjour, ça va bien after you say it. So it was a good experience to learn offside the court. They eat a lot of bread, bread and water, stuff you don't normally see in the States. That's stuff you learn and you appreciate.
The development of your game. Where do you think it's taken its biggest strides? Because the Euro game is a little bit different than the NBA game.
It was my game was totally different. The Euro game is a lot of movement, a lot of cut, and one thing that was our trouble with was the first step. In the States you can get the first step, but you got to put it on the floor right away over there in the Euro League, and then that was a big challenge for me. So I had to get that down pat, put it on the floor, put it on the ground. And then, just trying to take my game to the next level and trying to improve.
As we talked about off camera, not as much scoring in the Euro game. You came off the bench for a decent part of the season and still led the team in scoring. So was your role still essentially the same, to put the ball in the basket?
Oh, yeah, of course. One thing about the coaches from overseas, they just see highlights and, stuff like that. And as I was playing and really was playing it and, coming off the bench, being that scorer and then, just getting buckets like, I normally do, he kind of realized, like, Deshaun is a scorer. Like, this is what he does. And he kind of understood that. And then to me to take that over there, it was great. Because, I'm playing against grown men, 35, 32-year-old. Yeah. here's a 22-year-old coming in and still developing the scoring way.
For you, was it weird to, 12 points a game, as we mentioned, that's a lot over there. Yeah. Was it weird to see those numbers, while they're smaller than over here, they still stick out over there because 12 points is a ton of points over there?
Yeah, that's the crazy thing about it. You just got to be efficient and be up there. They have a meeting every day with guys, who's falling down, who's not around their average, but I can stay consistent. And one thing about over here is a lot of one-on-one. A lot of guys breaking it down. You see guys get 20, 35 points one-on-one, but it's a lot of team ball, and you have to knock down shots because you're going to get a lot of shots. And that's the thing I do, and that's what I did. I knocked down shots, and 12 on up is a lot of points over there overseas.
Spurs assistant GM Scott Layden came over a couple times to watch you play. What was the feedback you got from him, and what is the conversation at this point, perhaps, with the Spurs? I know they're kind of busy.
Yeah, it's just same old stuff. I look good, playing well. Just keep getting better, and the things I'm doing that they see is that will help their system out. And at this time, you can't really make a decision of if I'm gonna make the roster, and I have to do the same thing all over summer league, and hopefully for the best. But it's been positive. Everything's been positive.
Everything I read comes back to the fact that they say they have your rights through this draft. Yeah. What exactly does that mean? I mean, after the draft, can they sign you? Do they try to sign you before the draft? Do they bring you into camp and then see what happens? I mean, how does that work, and what do you know about that situation?
Well, I heard about when teams keep your rights, they want you for a reason. They can't let you go, but it's just do it all over. Summer league, do the training camp, and then hopefully for the best. Maybe it'd be for summer league, maybe it's during the summer league or during training camp, and then they make the decision if they want to sign you or not. That's just part of the business and stuff like that. So anything's possible. I'm just gonna really work hard and work for the best.
When you look at the history of the Spurs, the Gary Neals, the Danny Greens, the guys that they've been able to develop both here and using Europe. I mean, nobody uses Europe as well as the Spurs. Does that give you confidence that there is a plan, that there is an end game, because these guys are the best at developing players overseas?
Yeah, a lot of what last year was like half of their team was from overseas. So you think they have a plan. They think they're going to the right direction because they have success in it. Sending guys overseas, bringing them back, and we say what they doing the same thing. Just to see. Can this guy develop and bring him in and be successful in our program, which Pop and all of them have been doing in the past few years, and it worked.
When you look at your career, both long-term goals and short-term goals, what are the short-term goals at this point? What are the long-term goals at this point?
My long-term goal is just, trying to be as healthy as I can, play as long as I can, and just trying to keep following my dream. I think anything is possible, and everything is an option to do what you do and make money doing what you love. So, just stay as healthy as I can and just play as long as I can. My short-term goal is just basically just take care of my family and just keep doing what I have to do. Just stay blessed, and just keep moving forward.
Now, I heard you went and saw the Eiffel Tower, but you did not go up the Eiffel Tower. Is that correct?
Actually, when my sister came down, I went up there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Aldermeese?
No, Alexandria.
Okay.
Yeah. I was taking pictures, because we saw we didn't have enough time, to go up there, or the line was always long at the time where we went. But I finally went up there, like towards after season with my sister, and it was pretty high. It was a great experience. I ain't go too far. I ain't go all the way to the top. I went like the second floor, but it was good to see and to see the part of Paris from that high.
Was there any one food that you thought, man, I'm not going to try this, and then you ended up trying it and maybe liking it? Was there anything off the beaten path that you tried that was distinctly French?
Nah, really. I was so picky down there. I was like, nah, I'm not really gonna eat that. But they really had Americanized food down there. Mm-hmm. But I heard they eat like snails, horror stuff like that, and I wasn't a big fan of that. But they're really famous for their pastries, and that was delicious. And they pasta and pizza. It was the first time I seen an egg on a pizza, And, you know, I tasted that for the first time too, and that was pretty good.
But you're looking so thin. I mean, you're like in fantastic shape. Would you say you're like in the best shape of your life at this point?
I think as you know, as I was playing and, you know, staying in shape, and yeah, I think I'm in the best shape of my life from the past few years. From the start, I started after the season, my junior year, you know, just working out and then coming here, and, you know, we play a lot of games. This is probably the best time I've been in shape in a while.
So how long are you going to be in Fort Wayne? What are you doing in Fort Wayne? I mean, what's your timetable? Because I know obviously the Spurs are, as I mentioned, kind of busy right now.
Yeah.
But what are you trying to do in the next week or two to get ready to take that next step?
After I got back in Thursday, you know, and I was in Columbus on Sunday, came here, planning on leaving tomorrow, but don't know yet. Got to see, get some stuff together. What's my plan is for down in Indianapolis, where I'm gonna be at, and stay with my workout facility to just get ready for the Spurs and just keep going at it, just working out and staying in shape.
Did you get a chance to see much NBA stuff or Ohio State stuff or anything like that when you were in France? I mean, obviously with the internet and phones and everything, people are more connected. But did you feel like disassociated with the game over here, or did you feel connected?
Yeah, I mean, I seen we watched a couple games in a tournament, Ohio State when they lost to Dayton. You know, it was good seeing them. You know, I do think about like, dang, you know, every guy be like, dang, I had one more year there, but you know, everybody had to move on and, you know, see what life takes them. And I watch the NBA, especially Spurs. You know, it's always good to watch playoff basketball because, you know, it's very exciting. Always to learn because you might be there next year and learn what you can do and what not you can do.
Deshaun Jr. must have turned 2, like a month and a half ago, something like that?
In March, yeah.
What's that like to give him the experience of France? Because he was over there for a little while, right,
Yeah.
Jasmine? You guys were over there. What was that like to kind of broaden his horizons and an opportunity that not a lot of kids get?
I mean, it was great. I think for us, me and Jazz, we said it was a great experience for him to, you know, learn something different, you know, probably pick up a little different language. And, you know, it was a great experience. I mean, of course, he didn't have most people, little kids didn't have to play with him and stuff like that. But overall, I think it was kind of good for him to see a different environment and, you know, and just, you know, be with his family and, you know, try to be successful like his family trying to be in a different world.
All right. Anything else you'd like to add?
That's it.
I think we covered pretty much anything that we could.
Yeah.